JD, you probably watched mostly every WCW pay-per-view, right? I'm talking pay-per-views, premium live events. You watched several WWE over the years. You
up
probably
till
watched
2000.
most ECW, probably a lot of TNAs. I am the same. Is Tony Khan the greatest pay-per-view booker of all time? When it
Damn
comes to
near
just
close,
sheer
man.
quality, not
It,
success, because that he can't touch what Vince did, but like just
oh,
sheer
who cares?
quality.
Yeah, man. As far as just putting on good shows, like I don't think Tony Khan, as far as just, I don't think AEW's had a bad pay per view in well over a year, and a bad AEW pay per view is still better than like the average all-time pay-per-view, right? Like
Yeah.
most pay-per-views are really like if you go back and watch WWF pay-per-views from the 80s, none of them are very good. Like there's like a decent match or two on each show, but there's not a lot of great shows. Like just go back and watch them. Like watch Survivor Series. There's not a decent Survivor Series to like 1994. Like that might even
Yeah.
I might be making up the year on that too. Like some
He
of the Crockett ones are good, but there's a lot of bad WWF
there
pay-per-views over the years.
there's a lot of bad in all of them. Tony Khan, what he did, and I think King makes a good point here. He said Prime Gato is still better than him,
Um,
but between AEW and TK era Ring of Honor, wow. So here's my thing. I think what Tony did is he brought New Japan style big shows to America and
yeah, I agree
tried
with
to
that.
do that. Where in New Japan, they had a couple of matches that were like comedy stuff on the undercard and on the pre-shows and stuff.
Yeah, no match. Yeah,
Yeah. So like it's usually like the first hour of every New Japan show is pretty skippable. It's like
the
tags matches
Rambo.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So and then after that, like it's 6 5-star matches in a row, and Tony Khan brought that to America.
The trouble with that is that Gato never had to book week to week TV.
Yeah,
So I don't know how great. And by the way, Gato sucks right now. So I mean, like I
terrible.
don't.
Yeah, I haven't
He's
watched New Japan in
awful,
a long time
so
because of
bad.
it. Yeah,
But I think that it's hard. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, do I even bother watching Dynamite week to week anymore? Like I find that I'm not enjoying watching the Dynamite TV show anymore. But the pay-per-views are always great. So I'm like, I'm knocking on the door starting to treat this like WWE, where I
yeah,
just ignore, and I don't watch WWE at all anymore. For a long time, I just watched pay-per-views, especially when we had the network and it was free it was $10 to watch 1 to 2 pay-per-views a month. I'm to the point now where I'm like, do I just do that with AEW? Because I don't enjoy week to week AEW, right? Like I thought the Samoa Joe Hangman thing was until I saw the
yeah.
main event or the title match, and I'm like, holy shit, Ops turned on,
Right.
like that was great stuff. So
Well,
part of me is like,
it's a great it was a really good match that I didn't care about, right? Which
yeah,
is kind of where I'm at with a lot of AEW matches, like Kyle Fletcher versus Kyle O'Reilly, a really good match that nobody fucking cares about.
I'm almost now. I have this crazy concept. I almost wonder if Tony should give up booking Dynamite because I don't think he's great at booking week to week television anymore. I think he's getting. This is weird. Like people, Tony can't tell a story. No, I don't know if I buy that. I think he does a really good job getting pay-per-views. I think he's really good at booking. And right, the idea of booking. Um, there's a comment I want you to pull up later.
Yeah, I'm
The
sure
idea
you
of
want me to
booking.
present that comment.
I
We'll
sure
get
do.
to it.
The idea of booking is actually putting the shows together, and I think he's a
Yeah.
good booker. I don't know how good a storyteller he is, especially when it comes to week TV anymore. So I almost wonder if that is something he should just like lean out on. Now that being said, I don't know who would take over week to week stuff.
Right. That and that's the problem. Like, who do you get? I'm with you. I went years with never skipping a Dynamite, and here lately I kind of watch certain segments and I try to get through a full Dynamite, but if I don't, I'm like, okay. But the pay-per-views I just never miss because the pay-per-views are can't miss.
Hmm.
They're incredible, and I almost feel like I'm looking at it like I look at UFC or WWE, where I don't need the weekly show. Like UFC, I don't need to see the UFC fight nights, but the pay-per-views, like I always tried to watch a little bit of those, or at least the main event. With AEW's, the pay-per-view is so goddamn long. It's like a mini series. It's like 2 Scorsese movies. And you could really get your fill. You could watch it over the course of a few days, which is what I did do. So you can watch it over the course of a few days, and like you've gotten your fill of AEW for a while. You don't really need to keep up with the weekly TV show anymore. But I feel like that about I feel the same way about TNA. If I didn't have a TNA podcast reviewing Impact every week, I certainly wouldn't be watching that show every week. I'd just be watching they have monthly shows that I could keep up with and YouTube clips and here and there storylines. I don't need the weekly show for any promotion right now in the US.
If AEW did like a, remember WWE Mania
Yeah,
back with Todd Pettengill?
like a
If they had like,
wraparound show.
yeah, if they had like
Yeah.
a wraparound show like we used to have when we were kids, where I could just catch up on everything on YouTube for like 40 minutes a week, I would just do that. Because there's so
Yeah.
much stuff on Dynamite that I just don't want to sit through. Like last week's show, I really liked the John Moxley Darby Allin thing. Like those two have amazing chemistry. Like the prison,
Yeah.
it was very clearly like a ticket window, but they made it look great. Like I was really a big fan of that. And the rest of the show was very. I don't remember what happened. It's very forgettable.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I
No.
think they need to rethink. I think Tony needs to rethink what his weekly TV show is
Yeah.
and how it's done because I don't know, it's not working for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. But Wrestle Dream was a really fun show, but it did have some controversy. It drew criticism for its excessive runtime. So these, I understand. I get the people that are saying that the things are too long. What I don't get is being mad about it. Like David Penzer said, this is unacceptable to have a show this long, and I
Well,
quote tweeted him, and I'm like, Dave, I get it. I don't like shows being too long either. I went to go see Killers of the Flower Moon in the theater, and that was the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. Too goddamn long, right? The Irishman, way too long. I get it. It's a mini series. However, their fans are like into this stuff. They want these 5 to 6 hour shows. They love it. And if that's not you, then that's not you. Don't get mad about it. And I said the only way I would be mad about it is if I had to go live afterwards, which I did do one time, and I've vowed never to do that
that
again
one time.
because I'm sitting there getting angry during a really good triple threat match where I'm like goddamn guys, somebody pin somebody. You guys are kicking out of every goddamn thing. Like I get it. You can't be held down for more than 2 seconds unless you get shot. Hurry up, right? And I was getting mad. But if you're just like, okay, you can take it or leave it, like, why would you get upset? I just don't understand it.
Well, David Penzer even walked his comment back because maybe I want to maybe unacceptable is the wrong word. Like, and
Yeah.
I get it. He's a TNA soldier, and you have to carry triple
Well,
calls fight.
they fired his ass, so I
Yeah,
hope
but
he
he's
wouldn't be a
still
TNA soldier.
he still is.
Yeah.
Like he's like he's like their Jimmy Corderas. Like
Yeah.
Vince McMahon could take a shit in Jimmy Corderas' mouth and he'd be like, "Yum yum, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll defend your product." I think
Maybe he's
Penzer's the same.
maybe he's hoping that Mackenzie Mitchell will get fired, but unfortunately for him, Mackenzie Mitchell, outside of one racist thing she said on air, she's doing a really good job.
That's a
Did you
rough
hear
one.
about that?
I did not actually.
Oh, okay. Like it was their first live Impact ever, or in years. Not I don't want to say ever.
Yeah,
The first
not ever.
live Impact ever.
Quite a
She's
bit.
brand new to the company. Zaya Lee, she's from China, right? She's not making her debut, but she's been around for a little bit, and her name is Lei Ying Li now, and she's from Chongqing, China, right? And Mackenzie Mitchell says from Chingchong, China, Lei Ying Li, and it was like right out of a John Hughes movie in 1986,
I'm
and
sure she didn't. I'm sure she just
she
got
did
Marvel
not.
mouth, and I'm sure
No,
she
she
didn't
did
mean
not.
that.
And what's even worse is the TNA Twitter account queued that clip up right away, and everybody started roasting her for it, including me.
Like you're
And
kidding.
so BQ on his show, every time he talks about Laying Lee, he always plays that clip. It's like,
Terrible,
oh my
terrible,
god.
and hilarious at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
No, like yeah, I don't know if you don't. In this economy where everything is really fucking expensive, I think that they're trying to maximize their dollars. And here's the thing too, you don't gotta watch. If those
Yeah.
shows bother you, at this point, we're 6 years into AEW pay-per-views. We're gonna go long.
Yeah.
Do you just want the talking point? Like, do you just want to say that these are too long of shows? Like, I don't even think
Yeah.
that's a hot take at this point.
No, I fell asleep during Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe, and I woke up at the end of it. I went to bed and I made sure that it was on that I had it was available to me, and I watched it over the course of a couple of days. Now, would I like to get my fill start to finish in 3 hours? Yes, That's what I'm used to. That's what I prefer. There was a time where WWE was doing these 7-hour shows, and I was like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. Right now they do these 2.5 to 3 hour shows, which is fine, but they have 4 matches with 30-minute intervals in between. And so like they just can't seem to get it right. The perfect for Mike Gilbert, the perfect pay-per-view is Saturday night from 8 to 11, right? It ends like 10:55, right? And then I can go live at 11. I'm only thinking about myself. I don't care about anybody else. I'm thinking about Mike here, which is pretty typical of me. And you get 7-8 matches, right? You get 4 bangers that are off the charts, and the rest of them are just pretty good. And some of them are not even 10 minutes long. Like that, for me, that's perfect, right? AEW, they got to have 12 matches, and 11 of them are 4 stars and above, and 9 of them are over 20 minutes. And I'm just like, it's too goddamn much. But I'll watch it over time, right? If I'm really interested in it.